What's up, guys? Hbox here, and today I wanted to go ahead and review or go over the newest Cnbc article featuring none other than Mkleo, the god of Smash Ultimate himself. It's always really cool when you see Smashers in news articles of major media outlets, and the thing is, this is the first time I've had any Smasher, Melee, or Ultimate, or anything in between be on CNBC. When I first saw this, first thing that came to mind is when I got invited to go on like Fox News, talk about Smash or whatever, but it's always good for Smash to have more exposure on these outlets. This is written by Tom Huddleston Jr. with the title, How 20-Year-Old Mkleo Went From Poverty to Top Gamer with Nearly $500,000 in the Bank. And so that's a really, really cool title. Already off the top of my head, $500,000. There's a website called Esports Earnings where you can sort of see what every Smasher roughly is made just from tournament earnings. But of course, when you are a professional player, there's a lot of other ways to make income, be it from a contract, be it from Twitch, YouTube, endorsements, etc., that sort of thing. So no doubt in my mind that Leo has an inspirational story here going from the bottom to the top. So let's see it. And that's him. That's our boy Mkleo. If the growth of esports into $1 billion industry isn't enough to convince you that video games are more than just a way for kids to while away hours on end of the rooms, then consider the career of professional gamer Leonardo Mkleo Lopez Perez. The 20-year-old Mexico City native is one of the esports industry's top gamers, the best Ultimate player in the world. Where for Ultimate on the Switch, it has a lot of characters. And he won 2 years ago, EVO 2019, taking home a prize of more than $21,000. And I believe it should link me to this Wikipedia page. But yeah, Leo did win $21,000 for that event. Tweet took home $7K. Wow, this was actually a very top-heavy skewed tournament. The payouts for EVO were always just completely. This made no sense at all. Oh, we'll just have first place make over three times what second place makes. That makes sense. We take those though. Growing up, Leo's family didn't have a lot of money. He lived with his parents and older brother in Nacalpan. I'm saying that right? I apologize. A city on the outskirts of Mexico City, considered to be one of the most dangerous areas in that country. He says, we didn't have anything. I remember that we used to sell a lot of things just to have money to eat. He would eat like once a week. Holy fuck. Playing video games changes his life. He's able to save $500,000 from the income he's made during his gaming career, including a six-figure career winnings from gaming tournaments, income from esports teams T1, and of course his 140,000 followers apiece on YouTube and gaming streaming platform Twitch. He's also found a new source of income as a star coach on the video game coaching platform Metafy. He's only 20 years old, and it's taken him more a decade to get to the point where his amateur gamers will pay up to $100 an hour to try learning some of his skills. So yeah, if he's doing well on Metafy, he's actually killing it there. I think I should get on that too. Mkleo was passed to the pros. He's been playing video games for as long as he can remember. He started Smash when he was 7 years old, entered his first tournament at the age of 8. Good God. 8 years old. That is very young. A competition at a Japanese anime convention in Mexico City in 2009. His family says, do your homework, you start playing games. I can relate. They didn't have any idea that there was something there that could make your life better, that you can win money from it, that it was literally a job like in esports. And that's really cool. That's just really, really awesome that he's able to do that. He says it was life-changing when he went to the tournaments in his teenage years. He was winning smaller competitions with the prize was only about $200, but even with $200, he can help out his family. He would go to his family and say, yo, where do you want to eat? Where do you want to eat? Or we could even go buy a lot of things. So that's amazing. Just winning local tournaments gave him and his family a chance to sort of not deal with the horrors of poverty. And he was doing so by winning Smash tournaments, which is, that's downright inspirational considering where he was from. In 2015, he was 14 years old. He became one of Mexico's top gamers. Catapulted himself onto the international gaming scene when he won the 2015 Smash Factor 4 tournament in Mexico, defeating Mr. R. That was a pretty big deal. That was for Smash 4. And Mr. R was considered to be one of the top 10 players in the world, I believe. So that was a huge dub for him. We all heard about that in the Smash scene. It caught the attention of Mewtwo King. He called Mewtwo King a legend, and obviously Jason's a legend, considered one of the best players ever. And M2K told him he should start traveling to the U.S. to compete in bigger tournaments, offered to serve as Mkleo's coach. When he met Mkleo, he was known in Mexico as a talented kid who was very good for his age, but nobody at this time realized exactly how good he would or could become. And maybe it's been immense for him ever since. And basically, ever since Mkleo established himself as a top gamer in the U.S. as abroad, M2K with his coaching helped him become the number one player in the world, which was Leo's dream. And apparently M2K studied a lot of his matches and offered tips on Leo. I didn't realize that M2K was actually Leo's coach. Value of a coach, value of someone looking over your data is incredible. I can tell you that with me and Crunch. You need a second pair of eyes sometimes to see all the errors that you can't. So very smart of him to do that. He played 8 hours a day to try to become the best, and even if I have to eat some days because I want to get better. That's not healthy, but that's the grind. After struggling to win competitions, he lost a lot of tournaments at first. He closed out that year by pulling off an upset against some of the world's top Smash Bros. Players. He won the 2 GGT tournament in Las Vegas in December 2016, taking home the top prize of almost $5,500. So, good on him. He was able to take home a huge dub. Over the next 2 years, Leo continued winning tournaments and racking up prize money, finishing up, of course, with EVO 2019. He went on this streak, I remember. It was just over and over and over and over. He just kept winning and winning and winning, you know? He won SmashCon. I think every single event that you could name, SmashCon, Genesis, Smash and Splash, I'm pretty sure he won every major you could name. I'm fairly certain. And because of those earnings, he was able to buy an apartment for his family in Mexico City, where he and his family have lived while quarantining since the pandemic began. He likes to think his family's improved life has been a team effort, with his brother serving as a personal manager. He says there's no question why his gaming success is why our lives got better. So honestly, huge props to Mkleo, literally supporting his family with these earnings. Apart from buying the apartment, he's avoided large purchases with his earnings. He's been saving everything. I've got it in a bank account and I haven't spent anything. Leo, very smart. If I had to give Leo one more piece of advice, which he probably is already doing, invest it properly. And if you do that, it'll help you have a nest egg for years to come. Coaching saved me. He was on a great trajectory with 6-figure winnings from tournaments, getting signed by T1, making content and videos. He declined to share a full breakdown of his income, of course. And then the pandemic hit. He saw his income from gaming tournaments dry up in 2020 as COVID shut down many of the esports industry's biggest and most lucrative in-person tournaments. His tournament winnings plummeted to just 10,000 overall in 2020, down from 109 in 2019, according to industry tracker esportsearnings.com. And like I said, this is the website that I was referring to. By year, you can check exactly how much he won. I mean, look at this. Look at the rise, right? 10K in 2016, 61K in 2017 for winnings alone, 27K in 2018, and 2019, guy made $100,000 in 1 year playing Ultimate. Only person to do so, I'm almost certain. That's what happens when you win an EVO, and you win a SmashCon, and you win a CEO, and you win Ultimate Summit. Both Ultimate Summits, by the way. That's what happens. And in 2020, you can see the huge dip right there. But yeah, you know, everyone is actually a really cool website. Everyone, you can see exactly the breakdown of everyone's years and how it all happened. So it's a cool website to go through if you want to. I'll probably link it in the description. They have literally everything. They have literally players. You can go by console players, fighting game players, by country, by age. Right? Sonic Fox, highest earning fighting game players. Guys made almost $700,000 from fighting game tournaments. And if you look at players overall, you know, you got the Dota 2. You have all the Dota 2 kids, and of course, Booga for Fortnite. How can you forget? But yeah, $7 million. Must be nice. Must be nice. The tournaments on the pandemic moved online, and he says he mostly avoided them because the gameplay online for Smash Bros. Ultimate often lags. Do they really? I had no idea. I had no idea. Oh, is this the infamous clip? The the levers and pulleys, whatever it was. Nintendo is so funny, dude. They have to avoid that. I hope that editor put that clip in there.
A little bit of a slowdown or buffering, but do not worry. The players aren't seeing that. That's not affecting them, and that will not affect the VODs afterwards, of course. A lot of levers and pullers being switched right now, and you take...
Leo called online gameplay pretty trash. Leo didn't panic about surviving. He's been saving his money and started traveling, and I don't want to say lost a lot of money because, of course, I never competed for it. But yeah, it was bad. I didn't win a lot of things that I could have won. To make up for it, he looked for new revenue streams. He made out more video, more streams, but also turned out that teaching people how to improve the video game skills can be a lucrative side hustle for a gamer. He started his platform on Metafy, where amateur gamers are willing to pay up $100 an hour to play games with him. Launched in May 2020, Metafy has over 7,000 customers who pay to book one-on-one training sessions with professional gamers. The company touts its training sessions as offering players access to champion-level coaches. Get coached by the players kicking your ass. Shout outs to Reggie. That's a good quote. Clever. And of course, this is the iconic photo of him winning EVO 2019, tweaking Glutoni, two gods in their own right behind him. He plays on Metafy 4 hours per day, 6 days a week. He can answer questions for 30 minutes at $40 charge or an hour for $100 an hour. He says he brings in around $50K from tournament prize money in a given year. He's hoping to make about that much from coaching this year. That is awesome. He made more than $15,000 in income through the end of June. Metafy confirms. It depends on how much I grind. So he's made already doing really, really well on Metafy just by coaching, which is really, really smart. Coaching saved me pretty much because the ability to make money and play against others allowed him to get back to his life as a pro gamer after a year in which he was missing out on a thrill competition. And you know, that's one of the things that's one of the things that not everyone can do that and make that sort of thing just by coaching. But the fact that he is Mkleo and he is like the guy, he is the Smash Bros player, the ultimate god, gives him that sort of that ethos to establish that, desirability as a coach. I'm glad he's doing that because he deserves it. I'm still young. I'm 20. I was in my prime. I'm winning everything before the quarantine, and I'm the best ultimate player. There was no player that could beat me consistently. It's true. He was undisputed best. He plans to continue coaching on weekdays once the schedule for in-person tournaments becomes more active. It's something I also used to learn. He says, to become the best, people need someone to tell you or coach you in those little mistakes that you're doing, like really tiny things that are going to help you identify what you're doing wrong and make you become better. But grinding is really what gets you good. So honestly, I can fully agree, like wholeheartedly, with this entire article. I can agree with everything that he said. It's the little things that help you a lot. It's it's getting yourself to the level where it's not so much about raising the roof but cleaning the floor, right? And that's one of the things that Crunch did with me very, very often. So yeah, obviously we've had two very different careers, but as someone who's also been through the nuances of being the best player of their game and making a living now, transitioning to full esports now, what he's saying here is very, very accurate. And for all those of you who are planning on pursuing a similar path, it's like any sport. Obviously, I would say not everyone is going to be able to get sponsored or signed by a big team. Big teams want to sign the best players because they have the best chance of winning tournaments. But if you grind and if you win the tournaments in your region and then you win a super national or national event, it could be you. You could be the next Leo. You just have to put in the work, and you have to make yourself believe that you can really, really do it. So props to Leo, props to Cnbc for this article. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Leo's journey. Let me know what you think about most players' journey in Smash as a whole, and what you think the community could offer to players to continue to create stories like Leo's. Thanks, guys.